Success in the classroom, success on the court. And when he's not in those two places, he's here. You thinking about basketball yet? No? That's fair. They make sure to make it as friendly as possible. In fact, we can demonstrate that to you now. Right here we have Miranda Pate. You may think you know hype. You do not know hype until you've taken a horse onto your field pre-game. Basically, if your kids are in travel athletics, you might end up down here. That's Jackson Vanscoy. Good luck in your race. You know you got to get ready for it. This is your final call. Otherwise, they have a lot of guards, and they play that way. So the Thundering Herd has to come up with a game plan. As a transfer, he is one of the big parts of this recruiting class. Winfield hosting Logan for more Cardinal Conference football. Can you guess what Winfield students and cheerleaders are saying here?
You got to be patient with tennis.
Jason Prince is speaking from experience.
I remember when I was playing with my dad, and he would beat me, and I'd throw my racket over the fence. Just an 8-year-old that can't beat his dad.
He's not that kid anymore. Jason is part of a University of Charleston team that's been to the NCAA tournament 6 times in the last 8 seasons.
Jason is just a really smart tennis player. He makes the right shots at the right time. Very coachable.
Between his smarts and his drive,
for a hobby, he plays chess with his roommate. Pretty smart kid.
Hopefully get a good job after I graduate in accounting.
Not much more you can ask of a player.
If you're not doing well in school, you're not going to do well on the tennis court most of the time.
Just wait until you see him at Tays Valley Tennis Club. You might say that Jason is an example of the ideal student athlete. Success in the classroom, success on the court. And when he's not in those two places, he's here. Coaching, giving back to the community, and learning at the same time.
They love Jason. Jason wants to be cool when he is cool.
Jason grew up playing here.
Which is actually why I went to UC. I looked up to one of the players.
He's really grown into a fine instructor. He doesn't smoke. He doesn't drink. He's just a great example all the way around.
Being this kind of role model is its own reward.
Getting to see the huge improvements in beginners. I get to work on my strokes a lot. Actually helps me get back to the basics myself.
It's like being that 8-year-old kid again without the frustration.
I don't really consider it a job when it's something I like to do this much. It's kind of just like a hobby I get to get paid for. Any college student's dream, really.
Cristiano Ronaldo, one of international football's or soccer's biggest stars, denies that he raped a woman in 2009. This came in a tweet he sent this morning after Las Vegas police reopened an investigation against the Portuguese footballer. Catherine Mayorga claims he sexually assaulted her, then coerced her into signing a $375,000 settlement and a non-disclosure agreement. On Twitter this morning, Ronaldo denied that the assault happened. Mayorga wants the settlement and the agreement voided. According to the New York Times, a German magazine reported the existence of that settlement last year. The publication says it got relevant documents, including an unsigned copy of the settlement and a 6-page letter Mayorga wrote to Ronaldo through Football Leaks. It's a website similar to WikiLeaks.
In Stovall and Associates' opinion, the documents obtained from Football Leaks appeared to be evidence of the 2009 sexual assault of Catherine Mayorga by Cristiano Ronaldo and the separate crime of obstruction of justice. Stovall and Associates delivered these documents to the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department.
The Las Vegas police are reopening their investigation into that incident. It is October now, which means Major League Baseball's best teams are now competing for a chance at the World Series. It starts now with the wild card round, but the Cleveland Indians are already in the American League Division Series, so they don't play until Friday. Cleveland will play against the Houston Astros just after 2, again, on Friday. I'm repeating myself so you parents can watch some of that before heading out to your son's high school football game. Or daughter, if she's cheerleading. Or son, if he's cheerleading. Doesn't matter. Charleston football lost for the first time this season against Urbana on Thursday night, last Thursday. The good news is there's no more pressure to stay undefeated, but don't say that to the coach. The Golden Eagles are going on the road again to play West Virginia Wesleyan. This Saturday, the Bobcats will be, unfortunately for them, on the receiving end of the Golden Eagles' vengeance.
You know, some of these other sports like soccer and basketball and baseball that are playing, 28, 32 games a year, a loss isn't as, crucial as in football. When you have high expectations or trying to compete for a conference championship, losing a game like that stings a little.
State defeated Glenville State last weekend. Now they're playing at home. It's homecoming this Saturday, and the Yellow Jackets will play against Kentucky State. The Thoroughbreds have not won at all this season, but that does not mean State is taking this game lightly.
Homecoming is just an amazing experience at West Virginia State. If you haven't been to one, you need to come to one because it's just an awesome experience, great atmosphere. Kentucky State has played some really tough teams and taken them to the wire. They've kind of like us against Notre Dame and Charleston, where they lost some close games against some really good teams. They do a lot of different stuff on offense and defense, so we got our hands full as coaches trying to get a good game plan together.
Now Division I football. Marshall football back on the field this Friday. The team has put rival Western Kentucky behind them and now has to get ready for Middle Tennessee State. Rick Stockstill is the head coach. His son Brent is the quarterback. A very good one of the best in Conference USA. But no matter, Marshall's not scared of that.
Just making sure we're assignment sound and knowing everybody's doing their job. That's basically what all our coaches tell us to do. As long as everybody's doing their job on the field, there shouldn't be no difficulties.
This Friday at 7:30 at Jones C. Edwards Stadium, which means you're either following this game or high school football on Twitter. That's a tough choice, I know.